well. Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. Use Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We are done with Thanksgiving.
It's the after Thanksgiving episode of the Brad and Squeeze Show right here on multiple platforms.
And it is now the pre-Christmas show.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It is the pre-Christmas show.
Now everyone start putting up their lights all over the place, all over the living room, the driveway, the walkway, everywhere.
The byway, the throughways.
Even in the cabs, they're putting up lights. You know, they're putting up lights everywhere. You see everyone decorating their houses. Connie, this is going to be extremely happy as usual.
Do you decorate your houses down in Jamaica?
Yeah.
You do? You have lights and everything?
Yeah.
Go around your mansion down in Jamaica?
Yeah, they celebrate Christmas.
Yes. No, I know they celebrate it. I don't know if they decorate.
Oh, they decorate.
I've never been to Jamaica during Christmas, so I don't know.
Well, you should come this Christmas.
I will. Maybe I will.
You like it?
I'm sure I would.
Yeah.
I'm sure I would.
Decorate and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't put them up myself.
You have somebody climb the roof for you.
You know,
Yeah,
the maintenance guy, he climbs up and he puts it all
Squeeze
up.
wouldn't climb the roof.
Listen, man.
No.
I got a few more years to live. I got to see my daughters get married one day.
Right. Okay. So, very good. And you got to pay for it.
I got to pay for that.
That's what I'm seeing. You got to pay for it.
You know, I don't want insurance money, you know.
And you had a nice time in Jamaica, your 4 days. I saw you on Instagram.
Am I working this weekend?
Partying everywhere.
You mean working?
Yeah, working. Work in the room, maybe. That's what you were doing.
On, it's your other business, man. Yeah. Fiction is a business also.
Yeah. No, but you were at a party in Montego Bay.
It's called working.
You were at a party in Montego Bay.
Yes, I was.
Right,
yes, I
right.
Was.
That was nice, right?
Yes, I was. You were missed, man.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, oh, shoot.
What?
I totally forgot.
What?
Philip had a case of Don Julio.
For me.
A special one with a wooden thing.
Just
and
for
all
me.
Yeah, just for you.
And I didn't come.
I swear.
And I didn't come.
He's like, I got. And he's like,
Philip is squeezes.
I got your Don Julio for your Bernstein guy.
Yeah. Philip is squeezes very rich friends out of Jamaica.
I like the way you put that. You're blowing up a guy's spot.
So, Philip, if you're watching, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't show up, but that was very nice that he thought I was coming and got my Don Julio for me.
Yeah, and there you go, man.
That was very nice.
But anyway, how was your weekend?
Do you know I've never met Philip, and I like him.
He's a pretty cool dude.
Right, because we kind of like correspond on Instagram, but I've never actually met the guy.
Real cool guy.
Yeah. I like him. I like the dude.
Fun guy.
Yeah, I like him. Any event, so while you were away, I got to do my Wolf Blitzer moment here.
Wolf Blitzer moment
Yes.
right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show, 93.5 FM Facebook. We're blowing it up. Everybody just go out and share right now. We're on the Brad and Squeeze Show page, which is what we're pontificating and focusing on. The other pages are up, but that's the page that we want everybody to really watch the show on, the Brad and Squeeze Show page.
Correct. And we're also on law offices of Spar and Bernstein, David Squeeze Anarchy, Irie Jam.
Irie Jam?
Not Irie Jam.
Thank you, man.
Yes.
Is that a Freudian?
Bobby Clark?
Bobby must be saying, yes! Yes! Link Up Radio.
USA Credit Repair.
Link Up Radio.
Link Up Radio.
Link Up Radio.
Yeah, Freudian.
Link Up Radio.
Yes, Link Up Radio.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to start calling out a law firm now.
Yes,
it's really after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it is after Thanksgiving. Yes, we are on the... what else are we on?
We're on quite a few pages, man.
Yes, we're on a lot of different pages.
Yep.
Spar and Bernstein, obviously. But we're going to... See, this is the reason why it's all going to go to the Brad and Squeeze page, is because it's just too many pages.
So you won't call any other names?
So you won't call out 100 different names. All right.
right.
So, in the meantime, while we wait for the telephone lines to heat up, we have 12 open lines right now.
Yeah, we
Squeeze.
still answer immigration questions.
We still answer immigration questions, correct.
All right, no
and the telephone number to call is 1-800-529-5465.
That's 1-800-LAWLIC, by the way.
Correct.
Yep.
I spent a lot of money years and years ago.
Yes.
There was a gentleman in the Link Up Media group who said, you have to get a number that spells out a word.
Yes.
And I went out and got LawLink, 1-800-LawLink, which surprisingly is 1-800-529-5465. And if you call now, is my thing on? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. And if you call now, you will get on our show because we have 12 open lines. Yesterday on Facebook,
and we're ready to answer immigration questions.
Yesterday on Facebook, somebody left a message on one of our true success stories. They said I waited 1 hour to get my goddamn question answered. That was the exact words, and you didn't answer my question. She was very, very angry. So I left a message. I'm terribly sorry. I wish we can get through to everybody's calls, but I promise you.
So yesterday?
This was over the weekend.
Oh, they didn't ask the question yesterday.
No,
they asked it
last week, right?
Okay.
Then this was the message over the weekend. So I said I was on, and I actually answered it myself. And I said, so you see, I do answer many of the comments, not all of them, but many of them on Facebook. And I said, terribly sorry, we can't get to everybody. We try our best. But if you call at 9 o'clock in the morning, I guarantee you will get on the show because you'll be the first in the queue.
Okay.
And it is now 9:12.
Right.
Not a human being is called. So, people get all frustrated and say, I'm waiting and waiting, and I'm telling you what to do.
Well, then at the end of the show, we have like 10, 12 calls
Correct.
lined up, ready to be answered when the show is ending. So
Correct.
right now, everyone that's out there with their U.S. immigration questions, call us up now, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. And what do we have lined up for the show before you get to the news?
So we're going to do our immigration. We're going to talk to our social media queen, Kim Moore. So anybody who is a little shy to ask their legal question on our show can leave their questions on our Facebook pages, and we will answer them as well. We are going to, I spoke to last week a young lady from Pakistan.
Okay, so
did you ever see the movie The Big Sick? It's a movie, was out in the theaters. It got very good reviews, just came out now on, pay-per-view. And it's about a Pakistani man who now becomes Americanized or more Western valued.
Right.
And his old-fashioned parents were trying to do setups with him. But he fell in love with the American lady. Well, we have a true life story about this, where a woman came here on an H-1B visa and unfortunately she didn't win the lottery. She had to go back to Pakistan, and now is living a life of her parents trying to set her up an arranged marriage to men she's never met. So and she did some sort of fun game that has gotten a lot of press about this.
Okay.
So we'll talk to her about it in a little bit. And in any event, let's go to our immigration question. So much for host chat. Jill worked a lot on this.
We'll squeeze that in as we go.
We're going to squeeze this in.
Because you got that segment that I really want to get to also.
Yeah, okay. So let's go to Joan in Brooklyn. Joan, my Wolf Blitzer moment. Sorry for the people who love the Wolf
Morning,
Blitzer.
Joan.
There's a certain group. Joan, 1 second, please. There's a certain group of people out there, Squeeze, that love the Wolf Blitzer moments. They get all their news from the Brad and Squeeze show.
I'm quite
and
sure.
we have skipped over it completely.
They'll get over it for a few minutes.
They will get over it for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Joan, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Wonderful.
What's up?
Well, 2 questions I have. One, does bad credit affect you applying for your citizenship?
No, it does not, but it certainly affects you applying for a mortgage.
Anything else?
Yes.
A job too?
Okay. And the other question number 2, my grandson is in Jamaica. If I want to adopt him, what's the process in being able to file for him here?
Okay, so you would have to, from Jamaica, there's different rules between different countries. So we're talking about Jamaica right now. To do an adoption in Jamaica, if you were to go to Jamaica and adopt your grandchild in Jamaica, 99.9% that child's not coming to America. The adoption has to be done in the United States. Now you have to be able to get the child to the United States. And the way to do that is you orphan the child. The child has to be an orphan. Okay, so if the parents of this child is alive, You are not going to go to Jamaica and shoot them and kill them, okay? But what you can do, okay, if they're not alive, then that's very simple. It's orphaned. But what you can do is show that they're incapable of raising this child. You know, move the child out of their home if that's truly the case, that they're incapable of raising this child, and then have the Jamaican authorities strip the parents of their parental rights. And we can help you do all of that.
You definitely need an attorney for that.
And now the child is orphaned.
So
okay,
stay
but that
on
would
the
be
line.
the way to
We'll
do
get
that.
that sorted out.
All right, so hold on 1
lawyer.
second.
All right, 1-800-529-5465. Let's get to another call.
Michelle in Jersey City.
Yes, hello.
How are you?
Hello, Michelle.
I came here since I was a child, like 3-4 years. I was like 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old. I understand that my mother was a citizen, but my mother had passed away, so I don't know, if how I can go about,
well,
showing that I'm.
Let me ask you a question. When you came here as a child, you had a green card?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And was your mom married to your dad?
Well, I never really met my dad, but I understand he's in Guyana.
So the answer would
But
be
I don't think they
answer
wasn't
would be
married.
the answer would be they were not married then.
Right.
I would assume
Right.
if they were married, you would have met your father at some point in your life. Although I know people that didn't happen to, but it's rare. So let's assuming your mom was not married to your dad, and you lived in the United States with a green card in your mom's care before the age of 18, and your mom was a citizen, you had a green card. You are a citizen of the United States. So what you do is you file what's called an N-600 application. And the N-600 application is a certificate of citizenship. Now, your mom's passed away. But guess what? The Immigration Service has a record of when your mom became a citizen. So that's not going to be a problem. You have your birth certificate to show your mom is your mom. You have your green card. So the only thing that you're missing is proof that you lived in your mom's care. But you know who has proof that you lived in your mom's care? The school you went to. So you go to the school where you went to, your elementary school, your junior high school, get your school records, show that the school records show that you lived with mom. Mom was your guardian. Mom was the one who signed you up. Mom was the one who signed your report cards. And you submit the records from the school, your birth certificate, your green card, and tell the Immigration Service, go look up when mom became a citizen. You file the N-600, they'll call you for an interview, and they'll give you a certificate of citizenship.
All right, so I'll tell you what.
Great.
Hold the line. Let's
hold
help
on
you.
1 second.
All right? 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Do remember that you can place your questions on our social media platforms, on Facebook, multiple platforms, Law Offices of Spar Bernstein, Brad H. Bernstein, David Squeezaniki, our main page, Brad and Squeeze. All right, let's go to another call. And at what point are we going to do that segment, man? Because I really want to. You want to do it before or after SMG?
We're going to do it after SMG.
After SMG?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I was hoping that would come back. Because it's like...
Okay, well, if Jill has the... Let's do this. Why don't we do Clifford and John, and then we'll do the segment about the arranged marriage, and we'll come back to SMG after.
Right, so
how's
that's
that?
where we end the show.
Social media queen.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Clifford.
Yes, good morning.
How are you, Clifford?
How you doing, Cliff?
Okay, fine. I just have a question. I'm a green card holder since 1987, and my green card had expired last year, so I filed for an extension. And in the process of doing that, I had put in for my citizenship. So my citizenship came through, but the green card never came through. And I'm wondering now if I can get my money back.
No, you can't. No, you cannot. Okay. Welcome to the first rule of becoming a U.S. citizen.
And welcome to the U.S. of A, by the way.
Right. The first rule.
And now you want your money back.
Right. The first rule of becoming a U.S. citizen is when you pay the U.S. government, you don't get it back.
Yep.
All right. So unfortunately now,
God.
but congratulations on your citizenship.
All right, thank you, bro.
All right. Let's go to John in Queens.
John in Queens.
Good morning, Mr. Bernstein, Mr. Squeeze.
Hey,
I have a quick question here.
Mm-hmm.
I just overheard something about the H-1B, somebody, and then lottery. Now, my case is this. I got H-1B over a decade ago, but something went wrong. I actually got a perm. Something went wrong, and the long and short of it, I'm out of status, even though I got the perm and I was H-1B for a couple of years.
Right.
Now, I'm hearing now that there's something called the lottery, because in my time, all we had to do was apply for the H-1B and renewal, and then after getting a perm and the employer putting in certain documents, then they would file for you a green card.
Yeah.
But I don't really understand right
Okay,
now.
so let me explain. There's actually two different lotteries in the immigration system. Okay, one is the H-1B lottery, which is they give 60,000 H-1Bs a year. You know, another 25,000 to people with master's degrees.
Right.
Okay, there's over 200,000 people that apply for an H-1B. But you're out of status now. So even if you win the H-1B lottery, you would have to go back to your home country, wherever you're from, and you have a 10-year bar. So that's not going to help you.
Right.
There's also a visa lottery to get your green card, a diversity visa lottery, which is also going on right now, by the way. And but again, if you're here out of status, unless you have a provisional waiver, you're going to go home. You're not going to come back. You're going to get stuck again. So for you, my conversation of the lotteries, not knowing much about you, most likely would not help you in either way. If you are out of status and you had a perm application and somehow you fell out of status on your H-1B, and the perm application, by the way, is not an application to do your hair really nicely. It is an application to get your permanent green card through a job. You like that joke, huh?
Yeah, I like that.
It's an application to get your labor certification, your labor application, and prove that you're not taking a job away from an American worker. So obviously he's gone through that, but never completed the case. I think he probably has a very complicated history. Where are you from originally, John? Jamaica. Okay, hold on 1 second, and let's see what we can do to help you. I think
find out
this is. By the way, this is a
possible.
consultation. This is not a fix your, case over the radio show. And by the way, here's another. I saw two angry people. Most people are very happy on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw two angry comments, so I responded to both of them.
Right.
Okay. I'm the
should.
customer service
As
representative this weekend.
Yep.
So one was that the person waited too long.
You had a lot of time on your hands.
I had a lot of things
That's
on my
all
hands.
you had on your hands.
Right. I had a lot of things.
Time
A lot
on
of
your
things on my hands. So I don't even know what that means. So any event. One person, they were upset that they waited too long, and I said, call at 9. If you call at 9:45, I can't help you.
Right.
I'm only one human being. Show ends at 10. That's the way life is.
Right.
Radio kicks us off. Facebook doesn't kick us off, but we got off.
They do occasionally.
They do occasionally, right. Okay, number 2, person said, I called, and I didn't get on the show, and then somebody, spoke to me after from your office, and they said, well, then to ask a question, I have to pay for a consultation fee. No. What you're doing by having a consultation is not asking a question. It's solving your problems.
Right.
Okay? You're sitting down with an attorney like myself, or you're sitting down with one of our other attorneys who are actually going to go through not a question, but we'll go through your entire life, your history, your immigration issues.
Without rushing you.
As
we sometimes, and Brad sometimes.
And strategize what to do to put you in a better position and make your life better.
And if there are any possibilities to do so.
Correct. Right. That is different than, hey, Brad, if I get married, could I get a green card? Yes. Next question. Okay?
Exactly.
Those are two different things.
Precisely.
So understand what you get when you call on our show, and understand that it's completely different when you have a consultation.
Which can be in person or
right,
over the phone.
Because the person was like, why do I have to pay for the consultation if I could call you on the radio and do the consultation for free?
Some people,
it's not.
Some people, Brad, completely eliminate money out of everything that they do. They do not want to pay for anything. But the reality of it is, who said that? The reality of it is,
Rodney
you have to
Dangerfield.
at some point come up with some money for whatever processes that you're doing. But anyway, let's.
So those were the two complaints on Facebook I saw this weekend. It happens.
But we're still here.
But 99% all positive. Good job.
That's good.
You guys do a great job.
Yes.
Thank you for helping the community. Thank you for taking your time out of your day and doing all of this.
Incidentally, I ran into a lovely lady coming back from Jamaica.
You ran into a lot of lovely ladies. Which lovely lady did you run into?
And this lovely lady, came up to me while I was ordering something to eat. All right, and she said, "Excuse me, are you Mr. Squeeze?" And I started trembling, like,
"What did I do?"
Right. Mr. Squeeze, I must thank you for what it is that you did. And she, said we helped her with her credit. And she was able. She was in Jamaica for the passing of her son.
Is this the true life testimonial that you have?
Yeah, she was in Jamaica for the passing.
So we're gonna look at that video too, because you took this is the video you told me about. This is the video you told me about. And so we're gonna take a look at that video too.
But let's get to that.
All right. So why don't we do Cheryl in East Orange? and then we're going to go to our interview with the woman with the arranged marriage.
Right,
okay,
right. I know it's pretty long, so that's the reason I'm trying
let's
to
go.
get it in.
Cheryl in East Orange.
Cheryl in the oranges, but the East Orange.
Hi, morning, guys.
How are you?
Morning, how are you?
How are you doing?
Good.
A question I have. My husband, he's a Jamaican, and he was deported from the U.S. He was a green card holder in 2000. When he left, his kids were pretty young. Now they're adults. They're both U.S. citizens, and they're thinking that they wanted to file for him to come back to the U.S.
Why
I just wanted to know if they were wasting their time.
I have a question. I can tell you right now whether they're wasting time or not. Why was he deported?
For marijuana.
Wasting time.
Wasting time.
Correct. Not coming back.
Okay. I don't want them to go spend their money if it's not going to be...
It will not happen unless the marijuana laws change. Federally, not in the state. So if it was like cocaine or something, I would say never. But because the marijuana laws are evolving and changing, it is possible in the future that, a marijuana conviction either have waivers or may not even be a bar to reentry. Then you're just dealing with a deportation from years ago you can get a waiver for. But right now, marijuana is a bar to reentry and there's no waivers for it. So we'll see what happens in the future. So sit tight. Don't waste your money now, but maybe in the future something.
And keep listening.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
All right.
1-800 Law Link, 1-800-529-5465 is the number for the full-service law firm. The law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway in New York City on the 5th floor. Call that number. Book your appointment, whether it's immigration, criminal defense, personal injury, family law, and tax law. 1-800-529-5465.
So Squeeze, just as a quick programming note, we're gonna go see this young lady who Nasha Balgamwala.
Okay.
Nasha, I'm getting the name right. Nasha Balgamwala.
All right.
Maybe I butchered her name a little bit. Okay.
As we do occasionally.
Right. So Nasha had an H-1B visa, and she did not win the lottery, and she had to go back to Pakistan.
Okay.
After living in the United States and going to school here, the United States educated this woman and said, sorry, you can't live here anymore.
Gotta go.
She went back to Pakistan, now goes back to a different culture than what she was used to here in the United States. Her parents tried to do an arranged marriage for her, and she came up with a board game. It's quite silly, it's silly, funny, politically incorrect as far as Pakistan is concerned.
Right.
And it is now a sensation in Pakistan because so many young people don't want to do these arranged marriages. And now it's all in the news with this, movie that came out, The Big Sick, which was a very similar story. And she's trying to come back to the United States and immigrate. And at the same time, she's using the fact that she made this game up to prove her extraordinary ability to come back to the United States.
Wow.
So let's watch how she is how she's doing a social commentary on what's going on in Pakistan and using that social commentary to prove her extraordinary ability to return to the United States.
Interesting.
Yeah, let's watch. So with us today on the Brad and Squeeze Show is Nashra Balgamwala. Nashra is an experiential designer living in Pakistan right now. She works frequently in sensitive cultural topics, and she has developed a very unique game and design with illustrations called Arranged. And Arranged is a game in which somebody wins by running away from an arranged marriage. She's joining us via Skype from Pakistan. Nashra, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
Fabulous. So you were born in Pakistan, is that correct? You're Pakistani.
Yes, I was. I've lived here most of my life.
And then I understand you lived in the United States for several years. You went to Rhode Island School of Design.
Yes, I was there for 4 years at the Rhode Island School of Design, and then I was working for a year.
And that was on the optional practical training?
Yes, it was.
Right. And you worked for Hasbro, which is a big toy company. So now why are we speaking to you from Pakistan? Why are you not working for Hasbro still?
I'm actually not in the U.S. anymore because I didn't get my H-1B visa. It's based off a lottery system. And even though my company did sponsor me, this was a company that I was working for in New York City. They sponsored me, but I didn't get it. There's about a 35 to 36% chance you're going to get it. I wasn't one of those lucky ones.
We just did a segment just the other day on the H-1B lottery. Last year, for less than 100,000 spots, over 300,000 people applied. So yeah, unfortunately, you were not one of the, you had a 33% chance approximately of winning that, which you didn't. So then you had to comply with your student visa, return to Pakistan. So how did you come up with this game? We'll talk about how you're going to come back at the end, but let's talk about this game in the beginning. How did you come up with this game Arranged? Obviously, you have the gaming background and you have the design background from Rhode Island School of Design, but how did you come up with this game Arranged? Tell us about it.
So I was facing a lot of pressure from my family to get married, to meet certain boys that, rishta aunties, which are essentially matchmakers, were trying to introduce me to. And I've been against that concept since I was a child. I've had a lot of friends in very unhappy arranged marriages. They also didn't get a chance to get a higher education or any such thing. And that was really worrying to me. So it started when one of my professors told me, make something that's personal to you. And the most personal thing in my life was this, prospect of getting an arranged marriage. So I took every...
Let me ask you a question about arranged marriages, just so a lot of the viewers understand. When you enter into an arranged marriage and you have this matchmaker match you together, you get to meet this man one time, 2 times? Do you go out on dates like you would in the United States, get to know him? How does this all work? I mean, is it like a 5-minute, hi, how are you? And then you run to the altar? Or is it you meet and who decides who's going to get married after the meeting? How does this all work?
So it's very, very awkward. You meet him while your parents are around and they're over for about an hour or 2. In that time, they're going to, make up some random excuse. The parents are going to make up an excuse to leave the room for about 5 minutes, during which you need to decide whether or not you're perfect for each other. You may go on 1-2 other dates, but it's always going to be supervised by someone who older in your family. And so, you don't get to know them for very long. You get engaged. About a year later, you get married. That's usually how it goes.
So you basically meet him 2 or 3 times, and then you decide whether this is the man that you want to be with for the rest of your life. There's really no love involved here whatsoever. It's almost like that TV show Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire, where somebody decides to get married in 2 hours on a TV show, almost, right?
Yeah, no, essentially what we grew up hearing was, don't worry, the love will come after the wedding.
Well, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And obviously you want to fall in love in a more traditional Western way, where a man and woman both get to choose who they fall in love with and who they want to spend the rest of their life with, which is, I assume, was the impetus behind this game. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. It was to get all these matchmakers away from me. And after making it, I'm officially, I've blacklisted myself in this Pakistani society. So I'm not getting any more proposals, and it's great. I can go pursue my career.
And what do your parents think about all this? They say you're crazy? How did you come up with this?
So initially when they heard about the idea, they found it really funny, and they were just like, oh, she's just, kind of making a joke out of all these things that she does. I used to wear fake engagement rings and, make fake tan lines on myself or make sure I'm seen out with my male friends.
Just to avoid the arranged marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, they just thought it was funny. They didn't realize that's what I actually did when they were, going through the game. And now that all these articles have been released about it, they realize the truth behind it. And for a bit, they were a bit upset, that I'm going against everything they've taught me. But at the same time, they're kind of really proud.
Well,
So it's more distant relatives that are unhappy.
I understand, obviously your family is unhappy. You have now a stigma because you have you have rejected this whole idea of an arranged marriage. Is there, and I get it, there's no love. You get to, you get married, and then to figure out after you're married whether you love this person or not. Is there anything positive that comes out of arranged marriages, do you think, or is it all negative?
I think there are positives, definitely, because I think that in a society like Pakistan, where many, people aren't, like, there are very few male and female friendships for religious reasons, it makes sense that an arranged marriage would be the only way for you to find a spouse. So in certain ways, I can agree with it, but at the same time, I really disagree with the other cultural norms that accompany arranged marriages, such as, this culture of pretending to be the perfect bride at all times, which causes girls to use things such as skin whitening creams and diet pills, and that's where the problem really arises.
So let's talk about your game for a second. It's a dice game. Is it a board game? Is it work like Monopoly? How do you win? What do you do? Why is this fun? Why should I be playing it? Other than, it's a good social commentary on what's going on, certainly in Pakistan and many areas of the world. But is it a fun game to play?
It's actually a super fun game. I would say it's more a funny, hilarious, lighthearted game than, anything else, because it's a board game, and the actual gameplay involves this one matchmaker chasing around 3 girls and trying to get them married off to these less than desirable boys. And so how they're avoiding or how they move around this board is by drawing cards. And so the girls have their own deck, and then the auntie has her own deck. And so the auntie's cards will say things such as, you see a girl with childbearing hips, or you see a girl whose parents have been collecting her dowry for years. And things that are, very considered desirable in Pakistani culture. Whereas the girls are running away from her by photoshopping alcohol into their pictures, or talking about wanting to pursue a career or a higher education. And so it's this constant battle of them running away. And actually the game eventually ends when all 3 girls are married off. So that's where it's a commentary that there is no such thing as truly winning this game.
You don't win. You only just, it's just how long can you last until you lose, I guess, right?
Essentially, there's a slight chance that you'll find a boy that you actually like within the game, but the chances of that happening are very, very slim, because I wanted it to be an accurate reflection of Pakistani culture.
So how has the reaction been? I understand the reaction from your distant family, but how has the reaction been from people in Pakistan who don't know you, just in the general, pop culture of Pakistan? How are they taking to this game? I assume not very well.
No, very, very well,
yeah?
Actually. At least from the girls. They're taking it very well, because the girls of my generation are, because they're all like, oh, thank you for finally speaking up about the topic. And, we feel so good just watching your interviews and things like that. And then a lot of random people have also reached out saying, we'd love to buy your game and play it. People from Pakistan and India both, because it's so common in India as well. And I've gotten numerous emails.
And you're selling the game. How do you make the game? Who's manufacturing? You're getting it manufactured in Pakistan?
Yes, I am, because I do want it to support Pakistan's economy.
Right.
It is there to make a change, so I'm getting it manufactured in Pakistan.
And it ships right from the warehouse to anywhere in the world.
Yes.
And where do you go to find this game? And then we're going to talk about your immigration status.
Right. So you can find it on my website, which is www.nashra.co. And through that, it's available.
So you've sold hundreds and hundreds of games, thousands of games. You've sold a lot, I assume.
450 games.
450 games. Wonderful. How long has it been out?
2 months.
2 months, and you sold 450 games. That's a lot. Yeah. 2 months into it. That's very good. Congratulations. And self-making the game yourself. So you have. You need an H-1B visa. Have you gone back to Hasbro? Have they said they would try again for the lottery this year?
I'm no longer working at Hasbro. I left to work in New York City at an event design firm, and they're the ones who sponsor me.
And are they going to try again for the H-1B? Because the lottery's coming up April.
I'm currently looking into an O-1 because I believe that might be a better option for me. It is less about a chance, and it's more about proving my worth.
It certainly is.
So,
For an O1, you need extraordinary ability. I was just trying to see if they were going to do an H-1B, but you really need an agent or an employer to do an O1 for you. You as somebody who is nationally recognized in Pakistan as an experiential designer of adult games, you can certainly show extraordinary ability based on what you've done, and hopefully based on a lot of your news clippings and publicity that you've received. So really, what you
absolutely. So I'm making a whole package of all the press I've received over the past couple of months. And hopefully the employer that I had in New York City, which was David Stark Design, he's a really well-known event designer, will also sponsor it.
Well, I would suggest you can do both an H-1B and an O, and whichever one comes in. There's no harm in doing both, but certainly sounds like you have enough going for you that you would be able to get an O1 visa and then work it from there into a green card. So we wish you the best of luck on that. And obviously, I don't know if you know, but I'm a pretty good immigration lawyer. So if you need help, certainly give us a call. But it's a really wonderful game that you did. It's really amazing that from a single woman in Pakistan can, in this day and age, come and do this and kind of shake it up a little bit. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's really nice of you to have me as well and offer your advice.
All right, thank you. I think we'll see you back here in a few months on an O1, though. But
I really hope so.
Yeah, but
I'm really working towards it.
But congratulations on the game. It's a really fantastic and neat idea. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a great day.
You too. All right.
Okay.
So that is some social commentary these days.
Can I comment?
Yes, you can.
That's a beautiful lady.
She is a beautiful lady. Yes. I don't think she would have a problem finding a man in Pakistan, except Squeeze's mic has to go on. Squeeze said she's a beautiful lady, which she is, and I said I don't think she would have a problem finding a man in Pakistan, except she wants to meet him herself, not necessarily be set up, arranged. So any event, we have somebody from Mount Vernon who's been on hold for 10 minutes. Let's take his immigration question.
Let's go to Mount Vernon.
Nadine, how are you?
Nadine, how you doing?
I'm fine.
What's going on?
I'm fine. I want to ask a question.
What's that?
Okay, my mom, she is a green card holder.
Uh-huh.
So I just want to find out if it's possible for her to file to adjust my status.
Your mom's a green card holder and wants to know if you can file for your adjustment of status?
Yes.
Okay, you're all right. I assume you're over the age of 21. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Has your mom filed a visa petition for you yet?
No.
Okay, so the first step is your mom has to file a visa petition for you. After your mom files a visa petition for you, you're going to be on a waiting list for 6-7 years. So it's very premature to say, hey, can I adjust my status? Who knows what the laws will be in 6-7 years from now? Who knows who the president will be 6 to 7 years from now? Who knows what the political climate will be 6 to 7 years from now? Let your mom put in the papers, file the I-130. We worry about it 6 to 7 years from now. That's the answer.
Okay, but
now
so
I will say
my best chance is to get married.
Your best chance is to be I don't like to say best chance.
Right.
The fastest way to get a green card is to be married. But it's the worst chance in the world if you're going to do a business marriage because you're going to go in, A, it's a crime, B, you're going to go in, you're going to get caught, C, you're going to get deported. So when someone says it's my best chance to get married...
It sounds like they're talking about a business marriage.
Correct. Then the answer is no.
Right.
If it is the fastest way for me to get my green card to marry the man that I love, that I've been dating for the last 2 years, that we're in a bona fide loving marriage and relationship, absolutely.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, 1-800-529-54... What?
Did you think she liked that?
She did not like that answer. But that's the reality. 1-800-529...
Call this the reality show.
The reality show. The Brad and Squeeze. The Brad and Squeeze reality show.
Just the reality show.
Right, Brad and Squeeze at Starbucks.
As George would say, no. Just the reality show.
Right. Squeeze came up. We should do a show. We sit at Starbucks and BS each other.
So what's the show about?
Nothing. We just Brad and Squeeze.
No.
Whatever we talk about.
Nothing.
Any event, by the way, before Cordella Willery, I don't think she reminded me today, but before she does, I want to get to page 21. And we have a very special page 21 today, USA Credit Report, because Squeeze repair.
Right.
Boy, I've lost it.
I don't know what happened to you over the weekend.
I don't know what's happened to me.
It seemed like you had your brain.
My brain is fried.
Something out.
Yes, my brain is fried.
Whatever happened to your brain?
I don't know what happened.
Neither do I. Something happened to your brain, man.
Apparently. Any event, we have a very special USA Credit Repair. A repair segment where Squeeze met somebody in the airport.
Yes.
This is in the airport.
Yes, I was accosted in the airport.
Accosted in the airport, and this woman loves Squeeze so much that Squeeze had to film it.
Yes.
And how much she loves Squeeze and USA Credit Repair. Let's watch this. And by the way, for everybody out there, after you watch this USA Credit Repair segment, I see people turning off on Facebook, and I'm telling you, watch this. It's great. And remember, the telephone number to call for USA Credit Repair is 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. And all you got to do to get your 30 days of free credit is say, what is the name of the woman that Squeeze met in the airport? If you watch this segment and you know the name of the woman that Squeeze met in the airport.
Did I say the name of it? I don't know.
Okay, if you don't know, just say then a woman. I saw the then.
Yeah, I think it's Mirage da Costa.
Mirage. Okay, so that's the name of the woman that Squeeze met in the airport. If you know her name is Mirage and you call 1-800-872-7177, you're going to get free credit repair for the first 30 days, 90-day money-back guarantee as long as you follow their protocol. 1-800-872-7177.
And stay tuned because we're going to come back to immigration questions. So tell everybody, share the page, tell them to keep watching. We're coming back to immigration questions.
And right after this USA Credit, we're going to go to our social media queen.
Yes.
So please leave your questions on our Facebook pages. We're going to answer them in about 3.5 minutes. But right now, let's watch Squeeze being accosted at the airport this weekend.
Okay, so I'm here at the airport, right into, of course, a client of USA Credit Repair, and she wants to tell me what USA Credit Repair did for her. So what did USA Credit Repair do?
Yes, I must say I had bad credit. I heard you and I called. Mm-hmm. You gave me a discount and working with me on a monthly plan.
Right.
My credit is excellent now. I'm getting credit card. I got car, and I'm in good shape, tip-top shape. I didn't believe at first it was a gamble, but I proved it for myself, so I have to let you all know, check Mr. Squeeze, because he's doing it for us.
What kind of car did you get?
Acura RDX.
Acura. So now that you have good credit, what is your credit score?
It's in the 750.
750 range?
Yes, 750 range.
All right. Anything else you got with your credit after realizing that everything worked out for you with your credit?
Gold cards, gold card, credit card, gold card.
Tell people a few other bad things you had on your credit before we fixed it.
Okay, I have loans. I have a couple of credit cards, and quite a few other stuff I had, but it was really bad. It was really bad. I couldn't ask for anything in any store, not even a store card I couldn't get.
Right.
And now I can walk wherever I want to and apply, and I'm sure I'm going to get.
All right.
Yes.
Did you get a loan recently?
Yes, I did. I'm here in Jamaica to bury my son, and I went to the credit union without any question. I got what I wanted, and while they gave it to me, they said, we see here that you're qualified for a gold card, and I got it too.
Wow, so you got the loan. Okay, and by the way, sympathies and condolences in reference to your
my son?
Your son who died, right?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Okay. However, at least you were able to give him a good send-off because you got the loan, right?
Yes,
And you
definitely.
also got yourself a gold card.
Yes, more than one.
More than one?
Yes.
Now, the only thing that we're going to ask for you to do is make sure that you're maintaining good credit.
Yes, I will.
All right?
I will.
I mean, although you know you have us still.
Yes.
And just spread the word to everybody.
Yes,
right?
I'm spreading it. I'm spreading it.
Tell them that Squeeze is no joke.
Yes, Squeeze is no joke. He'll do it for me, and he'll do it for you.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. See you. Bye-bye. There you have it, folks. Once again, like I said, going through an airport, I meet so many people who's always saying that we, have done such wonders for them with credit. It even happens with the Spar and Bernstein law offices because people talk about immigration. But here we are talking about credit, and I'm very happy that this lovely lady, of course, was able to get help for us. Her son passed on, and she was able to get a loan. She was able to get a gold card. She was able to get her Acura RDX. And that's what we're all about. She gave me goose pimples knowing that we were able to help her out in such a, situation with her son passing on. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's USA Credit Repair. Make sure you check us out online or call us at 1-800-786-1330. That's 1-800-786-1330. And if you're listening to this on the radio, check it out on Facebook and you see what we have been doing, all right? Rocking my son's Penn State, of course, school shirt here and having a blast going through the airport. I still think that Columbia is a better school, son. Anyway, we'll catch up later. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into this.
Okay. All right.
That's pretty interesting.
USA Credit Repair. We used to have this. We used to have the tagline. The key to beautiful credit.
Yeah.
The new tagline for USA Credit Repair. Call USA Credit Repair 1-800-872-7177. Squeeze is no joke. 1-800-872-7177. Squeeze is no joke.
No, everybody knows.
By the way, I love
something. I'm serious about it.
By the way, I love how you're rolling through the airport in the tracksuit. It's great. You like that, right? Don't say I didn't see that one.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
In the fluorescent blue tracksuit.
That's my son's Penn State.
In the fluorescent blue,
Penn State,
rolling through the airport.
Hoodie.
All right, so let's find social media queen. We only have about 7 or 8 minutes.
SMQ.
Where is our social media queen?
As we remind you, 1-800-529-5465 is the number for Spar and Bernstein.
Hello. How are you, social media queen?
Hello.
By the way, social media queen.
Well, I'm still recovering.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are engaged.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I thought she would know that because she's the queen.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I'll
Prince
get
Harry,
invited.
the fifth in line to the British throne,
I'm pretty excited.
is engaged to U.S. actress Meghan Markle. Apparently, the fourth to the throne is social media queen.
Yeah.
All right. So he only becomes king if he outlives you, social media queen, who is also, by the way, single. And third on the way to the throne would be the first black king of the United Kingdom, Squeeze. Right? King Squeeze would be third in line.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, can you imagine what would happen with the United Kingdom now?
Oh, actually, she's biracial. Actually, I did not know that, Meghan Markle.
Yeah, she looks black.
Yeah, she's the first biracial princess in the British family ever.
Oh, wow.
Wow, did not know that. Thank you very much, Jill, for that tidbit of information.
I was about to say she looks black.
Yeah, I never saw a picture of her before.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl.
Very pretty.
Very.
Very pretty.
Very.
Boy, she hit the jackpot.
Or maybe he hit the jackpot.
I don't know. They both hit the jackpot.
I think he did.
Well, I know he's been around, that prince.
Huh?
He's been around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely get that prince tested before.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious.
Man.
He has been around, that guy.
Come on.
That guy has
Be
been
nice.
around. I'm being nice. That guy has been around.
Be nice.
All right. That's my tip of the day to Meghan Markle. Go get the prince tested. All right.
Oh, you're going to be in so much trouble. You're not going to be allowed back in the United
Social media
Kingdom.
queen, what are your questions?
Get the prince tested.
Okay, we've got a few today, so I'm gonna just speed through this rapid fire style.
Okay, rapid fire.
Our first question from Anna, who left her question on the Brad and Squeeze show page. She would like to know, I was arrested while I was on an F1 visa for grand larceny and possession of stolen property in the third degree. I used a credit card for online purchases. I confessed to the detective, spent one night in jail until my arraignment, and then I had a criminal attorney who got a plea deal for me, which included me paying restitutions and then pleading guilty to a 240.20. This happened in New York. My disposition shows that the
240.20 is a disorderly conduct. It's not a crime.
Yes.
When did this happen? Way too long of a question.
Okay. It is way too long of a question, and she doesn't say when it happened. Her big question is whether or not she's going to have problems at the airport when she comes in.
She should travel with a 240.20, but it's a disorderly conduct. She'll be allowed back in. Travel with her disposition. Yeah, she's good.
O'Shane would like to know, can a person who's out of status fly across different states?
Yes, they can.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanda would like to know, I have someone who filed paperwork last month, the end of last month, but we're still waiting on a receipt. Is that normal?
You should get a receipt within 3 to 4 weeks. Go check to see if your money order or check was cashed, and then you know everything is okay. If your money order or check was not cashed after 3 or 4 weeks, then you know you got a problem.
Okay. Shanice would like to know, how long after applying for citizenship should you get a reply? I sent in my papers for my citizenship in September and have not heard anything.
Problemo. Give me a call.
1-800-529-5465.
Go make sure that check or money order got cashed. Mucho problemo.
1-800-LAWLINK.
Yes. Kanoy would like to know, what about a CD1 visa? Is it possible to get a waiver to change the status?
No, unless you are married. You can't change your status. You want to adjust your status on a crewman's visa. The only way to do that is either be 245I eligible and marry someone in the military or former military and get a parole in place. Those are your two choices. And then, or if not, third option, provisional waiver, go home, come back.
Lady K would like, she's fifth in line for the throne. Lady K would like to know, getting married in January, what is the next step for me to file for my husband? My citizenship is pending.
File the I-130 as soon as you're married. Upgrade it when you become a citizen.
Paulette would like to know, good morning, everyone. Brad, to remove my condition of my green card, do I need to do the medical?
No.
Rapid, all right. Rapid SMQ.
This is
Too much of a pause after Brad answers.
This is like turtle time.
Yeah.
We're going to change this to turtle time
Rapid
questions.
SMQ.
Come on, rapid
Too much
fire.
of a pause after Brad answers the question.
All right.
Come on.
Boys and girls, welcome to Turtle Time. We're going to answer one question.
No, hold
every
on.
7
You know what?
minutes.
I don't know what's going on today. You would think her mom is sitting in the room.
You would think.
You know, the way she's taking so long to respond
she's
after.
so nervous.
Yeah, you would think her mom is sitting in the room.
Right
You know,
behind her or
like, come
something.
on.
All right.
I want the whole SMQ back.
Behind you or anything.
Yeah.
Come on, don't nobody be nervous.
You know?
All right.
No, it's not like she's looking over my shoulder
Yeah.
at all or taking pictures all around.
Right.
Donnette would like to know, when filing the I-131 when doing my adjustment of status, it asks, when will I be traveling? Since I don't have a date yet when I want to travel, can I just put a random date?
Don't put a random date, right? You know, just put a range, like 3 to 6 months from now, 2 to 4 months from now. You know, if you don't have a specific date, don't put a random date. Say I'm traveling March 31st, and you're not.
Right.
You're lying. Say 2 to 4 months from now, or whatever it is.
Pause.
Tamika would like to know, when on the HB2 visa to work in the USA from Jamaica, the first 3 weeks were okay, and then there was no work, so I wasn't making any money. I left the job to stay with my cousin's mom. I went back to Jamaica before the expiration date on my visa, but I've tried on several occasions to get a visiting visa and have been turned down. What do you think that this is the cause of it? Am I
Yes.
going to be able to get a visiting visa?
You violated your visa. As soon as you leave the job on an H-2B visa, whether you're getting paid or you're not getting paid or there is work or no work, you got to go home. There's no, I came here on an H-2B visa, worked for 3 weeks, there was no work, so I decided to hang out for another 6 months and then go home. You were out of status for those 6 months.
In other words, so once the job's
over, you go home.
Go home, right. Gotcha.
Right. Nadira, last question. Nadira would like to know, I'm a U.S. citizen
We're out of
and
here. I'm
sponsored
sorry,
my
it's
adult son since
9:59.
2014.
Sorry, we're out of here. I didn't realize the time.
Yeah.
We'll be back at 12. Thanks for watching.
Sorry about that, folks.
Sorry about that. Sorry to interrupt you. We got to go.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.